Alright. I think it is time to do this fucking thing that we're supposed to do. Welcome to a schedule reveal for NissanTV Speedrun Marathon 4. It's number 4. I haven't lost my mind yet. There we go. Now we're on live on stream as well. On screen. Both me and Obscure. As long as I don't break stuff. Hello, Obscure. Oh yeah, right. Obscure couldn't hear me. I'm so dumb. Hello, Obscure.
Hello, Nelson. I can hear you.
That was hilarious. Very funny. See, I swear to God, I am a professional. And this is gonna be as professional as it can be, right?
Me and Nelson are just that connected that he was like, we'll work on our telepathic skills, see how it goes. Not quite there yet, but we'll be there next time.
Yeah, maybe next year. When we do another one of these. I need to turn your audio up, by the way. If I can do it. Can I turn you up? Voice and video settings, I guess.
Okay, I'm a little shy.
Maybe you're a little bit louder now.
Yeah. Can you hear me better? Hello, chat. Hi, Nilsson stream.
I don't know.
Okay, I guess your wonderful chat will let us know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are wonderful. I don't know. Maybe they have been waiting. You're still low up here.
Okay. I mean, everybody's been waiting patiently for this reveal. I mean, what's an extra minute or two, right?
A lot, apparently. Okay, now you disappear on my screen as well. Okay, that's not good. There you go.
Hi again.
Capturing Discord with my camera is not the easiest thing in life, so... Okay, so I'm Alex, obviously, and down below on the screen there, that's Obscure. And Obscure has been helping me a lot with, well, making the schedule as well. Even though he might not admit it himself, he's been part of making the schedule. Because whenever I'm in doubt and need to talk to somebody and be like, where should we place this run? I can always DM good old Obscure here. So, definitely a big thank you to Obscure as well.
Yeah. Don't let him lie to you. It was all him.
He was not all me.
All these days, people just ask ChatGPT. Imagine asking another human being for their opinion. Like, who does that in 2026?
You. Yeah, no fucking AI here. Either way, before I start revealing the schedule, or we gonna start revealing the schedule, I do want to say a big thank you to ESA, because if people have missed out on news, ESA will help out restreaming this marathon as well. So that means that we're collabing with ESA again, so you will be able to watch the marathon on my end, here on this channel, but also one of the ESA channels as well. This is something we started doing back in December for the winter marathon. I was like, oh, maybe it's just a one-time thing, and then we talked again. And the good people over at ESA, Edenall, shout out to Edenall, he was like, fuck yeah, let's do it again. So let's use this time to be like, I know a lot of people submit to ESA, so I guess this is like a good practice session for a lot of people that might be part of ESA as well. And with that in mind, there's 2 more days to submit to ESA. So if you're going to ESA, or you plan to go to ESA, you can still submit runs to ESA as well. So I want to get that out of there as well. Because they're helping me out, and I want to help them out as well. So big thank you to ESA for wanting to collab again. Let's just say it like that. Again. Insane. Now we're just gonna try and do things here so I don't break stuff. So you might see Obscure disappear on screen, and I'll fix that in just a few. Where do you go, Obscure?
Oh, I just went, I'm British. I need to go get a quick cup of tea and all that stuff. Oh, I'm back now.
There you go. Trying to sort things out is not my cup of tea right now. Especially since I haven't really done... Oh, Oh, you might see the schedule here. As many people
No
know
spoilers.
that... Yeah, spoilers.
Cover your eyes.
I'm trying to not spoil things. There we go. So, for anybody that's been like, what runs are we gonna watch this year? There's a lot of many runs. Obscure, if you wanna talk a little bit before I reveal the schedule, is there anything you want to mention about the stream, like the schedule? Obscure. Did I lose Obscure? Hello, Obscure. Did I just lose Obscure? Hello? Hello? I can't hear Obscure anymore. I lost my buddy. Tech issues. Only because Obscure said it about told about it earlier. Obscure, why are you not hearing me right now? This is an issue. Obscure got shy, so he just disappeared. I lost my friend in need.
I've got you now.
Okay, where the hell did you go?
I don't know, my ears fell off for a minute, but I'm back now.
Alright, well, Obscure's back. And I have issues capturing your camera right now, so I don't know why. Either way, let's reveal some games, right? Because that's why we're here.
Correct.
Alright. Okay, let's start with the first run. It's gonna look very jank because I didn't really have time to set this up. But let's start off with the actual first run that will start off the marathon. DK Junior Math with Alicon will be the first run of the marathon. I'm gonna see if I can actually zoom in on this because I broke everything. Do you want to say something about DK Junior Math while I try to set shit up here?
I mean, it's a short run, only 5 minutes, but I mean, we only need 5 minutes, you know? It's just gonna be such a good run. I'm calling it already. Like, so just be there. It's very out there kind of game. One back on the NES, you have to do a whole bunch of maths things to complete the game, I guess. I think we're just doing a certain category, calculate A. Can't say I've seen the run myself, but I'm sure we will find out exactly on the day.
I'll try to zoom in the schedule, by the way, while we're doing this. But bear with me. Next run, after Alicon's amazing DK Junior Math, we're gonna actually bring back a run. Super Mario 64 with angles, randomized for 70 stars.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, angles is basically a staple of the NissanTV marathons at this point. So, always there, always pulls out solid runs. Super Mario 64, I mean, it's just such a versatile game. It absolutely deserves to be there. Randomizer 70 stars, so should be good fun to watch him get around. Again, another really, really strong run to start off the marathon. Yeah, how long was that one? About an hour and a half. So, you know, after the excitement of the 5 minute hype intense run of Alicon, we will kind of slow it down a little bit with the randomizer, but nevertheless should be just as amazing.
Absolutely, and like Angles have done many randomizers before in its life, so I do not doubt that this one will be as good as all the others. Alright, second run. This is the first day, by the way. I mean, there's many hours that's going to be part of this marathon, so you're going to see this channel be live for many, many freaking hours. Let's just say it like that. Next run is P-Tac with Flimbo's Quest and Commodore 64.
Yeah, I should say, I think I counted as 64 runs. So Mario 64 runs, we're all doing a thing there. Flimbo's Quest. So, I mean, it's a Commodore game, like one of the kind of older games on the run. Like, Like, this is one of those games that I don't see very, very often, but I hear, like, the music is fantastic in itself, but you hear and see it everywhere, but I don't see many people run it. I mean, P-Tac themselves, like, just incredible runner. I mean, playing the Commodore, but just a massive Sega runner in general. So, you know, this is, again, going to be a really, really good run.
Yeah, and P-Tac, like, Alicon returns to the marathon. We have to say it like that. Alicon was part of last year's Winter Marathon. That was Alicon's first time around with NissanTV. Angles returns and P-Tac returns. But, however, the next run is actually a brand new runner for NissanTV. But I know this person very well. It is Eden 8 with Undertale.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Eden. I'm sure they're a fantastic person. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Undertale, like, it's kind of one of those game of the year kind of games, so it's gonna be a really good run. True pacifist ending, glitchless. I've never played Undertale myself, even though, again, we know the music, we know the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here.
Yeah, Eden, I know from ESA. I know Eden has been speedrun a lot of different games, so it's so great to see Eden participate as well. Great friend of mine, so it's gonna be fun to see what Eden will do. Undertale, I haven't played that game either, so I would say like that. That's one game that I've missed out on. I promise one day I'll probably play it, but it's not yet at least. All right, let's move on from Eden. Over to Beavis and Butthead for Game Boy with their Tepish, so also new to this marathon. Found us through speedrun.com, I think. But either way, amazing to see some Beavis and Butthead. It's not a game you really see. I think what I was told that this game has never been part of a marathon before. So don't quote me on it. That's just the stuff I've heard, but it's a first timer in that case.
World's first happening here on NissanTV. Come join us.
But yeah, Beavis and Butthead classic. I mean, I don't know about the game itself being classic, but I mean, everybody's been somehow seen Beavis and Butthead somewhere. Moving on with the big Thursday block, we have Super Hang-On Sega Genesis race. It's an arcade all courses. P-Tac versus Broby Bass.
Yeah, I mean, P-Tac, after doing these Flimbo's Quest, is now back for a race. Again, I don't know so much about Super Hang-On. I think it's a racing game, from what I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, what better way to run a game or a racing game than to actually race it? So, it should be fun.
It's definitely a game that I'm excited to see, because we don't really have many Sega games, and that's a thing that's been part of every marathon we've done now. This is the fourth one, and we haven't had that many Sega games, so always seeing some Sega mixed in is always fun. Moving on, we have Earthworm Jim with Rift.
Yeah, so Rift was part of the last marathon running Earthworm Jim, but we enjoyed it so much. Nielsen was like, we've got to bring it back. We got to do it again, because it was just, I think everybody just had so much fun watching it. So yeah, I am looking forward to watching it again.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Rift last marathon, he saved us a little bit. Let's just say it like that. And it's not a little bit. Like, during the Winter Marathon, he jumped in very last minute and brought out Earthworm Jim. And what a run he did. And actually, leading into next run after Earthworm Jim is more Rift, because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES, which Rift is way better than me at. So Rift will give us Earthworm Jim and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES.
Yeah, I mean, is it even a Nielsen stream or marathon if TMNT doesn't make an appearance? One of your classic games, a lot of people kind of started following you and watching you from when you used to do these runs. So
to watch
Rift play it, yeah. So again, you know, it's just going to be another really great run, and I'm looking forward to seeing Rift again and hear many whoopsie doodles.
Whoopsie doodles and
Whoopsie doodle.
all the other things Rift says. A lot of buddy. We can always like agree to that. It's gonna be a lot of jib buddies. When we move along from Rift, we have Final Fantasy X, or Final Fantasy X, depending on how you want to say it, by Kagar. And Kagar is somebody that we actually get to see for the first time in NissanTV Speedrun Marathon, because Kagar was recruited, if we can say it like that, by the good people over at ESA. They spread the word, and Kagar signed up, and we are gonna see her run Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the game. It's one I haven't played yet. I've played a fair amount, but unfortunately I haven't played 10. But again, quite a specific run. It's CSR True RNG. CSR, I believe, stands for Cutscene Remover.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, True RNG just means that the RNG is just going to be normal, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be fun, because I know we've had some other Final Fantasy run. There is a lot of like manipulation with movements and everything. So it's very, very technical, and they always make it look so easy, and it's always so impressive.
Let's just say like this as well. Since we brought up Final Fantasy and RNG and movement, there was like a big debate last year. Not during my marathon, but something that led into the marathon. We don't need to mention too much about it, but hopefully less drama-filled and more enjoyable for all of us. But, like you mentioned, this is not the first time we have Final Fantasy. However, last time we had Final Fantasy was last summer. That was a randomizer of Final Fantasy VI. So now we actually have like a full non-randomizer version of Final Fantasy, which we haven't had before. We haven't really had many Final Fantasy runs, so
Yeah,
exciting
making our
to
way
see.
through the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more RPGs coming up as well. Next run, however, is South Angel, and South Angel will bring us Cyberpunk 2077. Like we're gonna see Cyberpunk. Like that is quite impressive.
Yeah, a game that's been in my Steam account for a while now, and I still yet to play it because I know it's a really good game and I don't want to finish it. So the best way to not finish is clearly not to get started with it. But again, doing Phantom Liberty glitchless, I assume Phantom Liberty is kind of, I think it's the expansion pack or the expansion campaign. And again, like just not doing any glitches, no out of bounds or anything like that. So should be really, really good to see the gameplay sort of as intended, I guess, if you can call speedrunning or running speedruns any kind of intended. But yeah.
And also, we have to say, South Angel is also new to the marathon, also from the ESA crew. One of the people that interviewed me for their like sprint stream, their podcast, the ESA's podcast. So always amazing to get people from the ESA side as well to join in. So massive thank you to South Angel that will like speedrun Cyberpunk, because that's a game like I was gonna mention this earlier. Compared to the last few years' marathon schedule, this is probably the most like variety on the schedule, and you're gonna see it coming forward as well. Like there's a lot more variety this year, and Cyberpunk is one of the newer titles because we haven't really had that many new titles in the end. But exciting times.
Yeah, I love it when people play new games or newish games.
All right, are you ready for next game?
I think so.
Next game. We're actually moving in on Friday, for me at least. We're moving into the night part for me. But you might be thinking, aren't you supposed to go to bed? No. We're not doing that lifestyle. Next run is Sonic Adventure DX with Spacebars. Spacebars was part of last year's marathon with Sonic Adventure. I think this is a different category. Don't quote me on it because I do not remember everything. But Spacebars brings back Sonic Adventure DX.
Yeah, I again enjoyed it from last time as well. This one's all stories. Don't know what that means, but I am looking forward to finding out what it is. I guess it's all the campaigns. I think it's with all the 6 characters in the game.
I don't know much about Sonic Adventure. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Yeah. I've tried to look up the games and the runs and everything, but like I'm kind of going in a little bit in the dark, so I'm just kind of going by what I have seen. But yeah, from what I know, it's kind of like 100% run. But yeah, it's all story. So yeah, if you enjoy Sonic and you enjoyed the runs from last year, then definitely stick around for that one.
And as you guys can see now, the run is like estimated for like almost 2 hours. So that would end somewhere like almost 4 a.m. ish. And you might think, Alex, you're supposed to go offline then and sleep for a few hours. Oh, baby, you don't know what you're missing out on. Because next run is... And you might think this runner is crazy, but we love this person. The next run is The Bard's Tale for NES, a 9-hour run by JKL, our very own JKL loser.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people kind of know him from the randomizer scene. Definitely being around Bard's Tale. I've had a look at this game. It looks crazy. I am kind of wondering how a NES game can last for 9 hours. So I don't know how much I'm going to see of it because it is 4 o'clock in the morning for us. But I will try and catch as much as I can.
I mean, I think the beauty of this run is going to be like it's Friday, like the night between Thursday and Friday, and you'll be like, you go to bed, you wake up, and JKL's still going to be online. Like, I think that's gonna be the most fun thing. And here's the fun backstory about JKL actually wanting to do it. JKL said, I don't want to sign up with anything, but if I'm allowed to do Bard's Tale, I'll do it. And I was like, you don't mind doing it during during nighttime? And he was like, nope. As long as I'm allowed to do, like, Bard's Tale and whatever. And I told him, you're allowed to, like, do your rants like you normally do. If you want to talk shit about people, do it. It's your 9 hours. Go crazy. So, we're gonna get 9 hours of JKL. And, like, massive shoutouts to JKL because he covers the first night. And he's a madman, but we love our JKL. He plays the weird games, but we love JKL.
We love weird games.
Alright, so as you can see, that's kind of like the first day over, right? Because we switch over and we get into Friday, actually, never mind. I can read stuff from my own schedule. The run after JKL's monster block is Super Metroid GT Classic with Dark Soa.
Yeah, I think I remember Super Metroid, like, when you first started running the marathons, I was kind of like, is there any Super Metroid? And he was like, no one's submitted Super Metroids. And I was kind of surprised. So I'm so glad we started to see some runs. I know we've had some SMC3s and other things as well. But yeah, another great category. So GT Classic, I believe we have to kill the Golden Chorizo. So it's not the full game. We have to get the space jump as well because there is ways to do it without the space jump. So certain things in there, but again, you know, it's going to be very, very different to what you might see if you're into Super Metroid speedrunning, one of those little bit more out there categories. But nevertheless, Super Metroid's always fantastic to see in a marathon.
And so did sign up, and so is one of the people I met during ESA last summer. Super Metroid runner, Super Metroid community in general. That's how you get all these cool runs. So it's gonna be fun to watch you do this run live. Well, live on during the marathon at least. It's not live, but... So is a really good Super Metroid player. So he's very competent, knows what he's doing. And we move on to the next run, which should be... I don't know how to pronounce the game title here. So you say it, Obscure.
No, I want to hear your French.
No, you say it, because I suck at French.
So yeah, moving on. So, so un inden dans la ville. That was really bad French. So I'm sorry to all the French people or French Canadians.
Big clap to our friend Obscure, trying his best.
I studied French for 5 years and still can't speak a word of it.
Either way, it's P-Tac that returns in Marathon, and it's a Game Boy game, and we haven't really been spoiled with Game Boy throughout the years, throughout the marathons. So, actually getting some Game Boy action, both first day and the second day. And I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see some Game Boy, because Game Boy is actually a very underrated console, if you can even, well, handheld console. So it's always fun to see some more Game Boy.
Absolutely. I think hasn't Game Boy got like the longest life out of all the handhelds or something? Like, I'm sure it holds the record for that.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
But yeah, shout outs to PTAC again. Game Boy, Commodore, Sega, and I think there's still some more runs later as well. So really just getting on all the platforms here.
Also, I like the theme on the console. It's NES, N64, Commodore, and then it's on PC, Game Boy, Sega, and all that stuff. And then you start off with PC, NES, SNES, Game Boy. I just noticed it for the first time. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Moving on from Game Boy with PTAC to Submachine Legacy, which is by 1890. And 1890 is another returning runner who makes his own video games. This is a game that 1890 made himself. And he wanted to do it last year's marathon, but I brought in his demo version of Fermentine, I think it was called. Which was still in the making of being created and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Let's bring in Submachine again. Or, again, at least. Let's see what Submachine is, actually.
Yeah, again for the first time. Yeah. So, yeah, again, it's fantastic. It's incredible, really. Like, brand new, first time developers speed running their own games. Like, it's just incredible that, 1890 is able to do this for the marathon as well. So, I think it's a point and click game from what I've tried to have a look, with puzzles and bits and pieces as well. So, yeah, I am very excited.
I scroll up too far on the schedule. Either way, let's move on from Submachine, because I'm spoiling the whole schedule because I have to do stuff myself. Either way, very glad to have 1890 with us again. If we're gonna move on to the next run after that, it's actually a new runner as well, and he's in chat. So Airwreck Gaming with Project Cars 2, 0 to Hero %. It's a game I don't know much about. Project Cars. I know it's a lot of like racing in general, but I don't know much about the game.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of like progression series, so I'm assuming it's kind of you're gonna have to upgrade your carts and everything, and I'm assuming that's kind of where the 0 to Hero % going from like basically a tricycle to a Ferrari. So that's what I'm assuming. That's what it's gonna be. But either way, I love learning new games.
Same here. I love seeing new titles, and I like seeing new runners. And we're getting a lot of new runners in, and it's very exciting to see some fresh names, some fresh games. Definitely fun to see. If we move on from Eric Gaming's Project Cars 2 run, we're gonna actually see a different game as well. Eden 8 returns on the second day with a one-shot, which is also, I think, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think that game is semi-new as well.
Yeah, I can't say. Again, I haven't seen much of it either, so I'm not going to doubt you for that. I think it's a puzzle game as well. So yeah, again, should be interesting to see what these games are all about. But like we say, we see a lot of retro on this channel, so when we do get new games coming through or being submitted, and when we say new, like in retro terms, we're kind of like in the last 10 years, if you can call that new. But yeah, when they come through, it's just like I certainly jump at them, and I'm sure Nilsson does as well, like trying to get them in the marathon.
I might sound harsh here, or unfair or something like that. But like you said, Obscure, when I see new games or newer titles, so we haven't really been spoiled with, I do try to prioritize some of them into the schedule to get some new variety, some refreshing content as well for a marathon to keep it fresh. So it might sound weird, but we try our best to mix it up a little bit. Next run, you can talk about that while I try to fix one thing here. We have Super Junkoid DX by Linkenmeister. I had to what the fuck did it say there? But
yeah, yeah. So again, if people are into hacks, I mean, we had some Mario Kaiser. In fact, we had a Super Metroid hack was it last time or the time before that?
I think it was during the winter one, yeah.
Was it during the winter one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So again, they're really, really cool to see. Again, just different movements, different ways to go. There's sometimes, little bits added in here and there. But yeah, just another really cool run. Super Metroid ROM hacks. If you love the game and if you were influenced by the game, Super Metroid runs earlier, then great news for you. We get to see Super Metroid again.
And Lingameister has been part now of 3 marathons. So this is his 3rd to be part of. So it's really fun to see that Lingameister shows up again. Very talented in many different games as well. And you might see him as well later on in the schedule, who knows? Moving off Super Yonkoid, we're joining the Made Close and Machine Gun by Delonious Cubone.
Yeah, that's quite a name for a game there. Again, not seen much of it. The name alone just kind of sparks curiosity. The Maid's Clothes and Machine Gun. What? I believe it's a PS2 game. So again, we say new games. I mean, it's new for the marathon. It's something that we wouldn't necessarily see on this channel. So it's going to be good to see it here and see it run.
And I just want to say one thing while we're doing this. Delonious Cubone, new runner. But also, this is the first time we actually have a PS2 game on the marathon. Just pointing out there.
Really?
It's quite wild when you think about it, because this is the 4th marathon, and it's the first time we actually see the PS2.
Wow.
So it took a while, but we finally made it to the PS2 era.
Hey.
Alright, moving on from Delonious Cubones, we are getting another Final Fantasy run by Kagar.
Yeah, I think it's Final Fantasy 9, I believe.
Yeah, don't quote me on like Roman numbers and all that, but I think that's 9, yes.
I think that's 9, yeah. Again, apart from 10, 9 is the other one that I haven't played, so I don't know so much about the game, but how can you go wrong with Final Fantasies? And again, if you're going to enjoy the Final Fantasy X run that was the day before, then you're going to enjoy this one as well.
It was kind of funny, I had to say, like, Kagar signed out to the marathon. It was like Final Fantasy 9 or Final Fantasy 10. And then I DM'd Kagar and was like, would you mind doing both runs? But I split them on different days. And she was like, I don't mind. So I was like, you know what? What's better than 1 Final Fantasy game? 2 Final Fantasy games, right? Alright.
That is awesome.
Moving off of Kagar's amazing Final Fantasy 9 run, we will have... Do I remember what run is next? I made the schedule, like I finalized the schedule, but I don't really know. It's Octodad, Deadliest Catch. I was like, what the fuck? Is it Deadliest or Deadliest?
Yeah, Deadliest.
South Angel and the Pugster.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a co-op run, isn't it?
Yes.
Again, Octodad is something that's been played quite a lot. I've seen it around, other people play it. I haven't seen much of it though, and I haven't played it myself, but it's something I think I would want to enjoy. So I am looking forward to this run to see. Never seen it played as co-op either though, so it's always kind of been single player. So
South Angel and the Pugster did this for Jingle Jam, ESA's Christmas version last year. And South Angel signed up with only Cyberpunk, and I was DMing South Angel, and she was like, I mean, if you need more runs for a schedule, and during that period I was in the need for like more runs, so she was like, I can do Octodad co-op. I was like, okay, fine, I'll bring it in because it's a title we haven't seen before as well. So very excited to see some Octodad, like you mentioned, Obscure.
Sure.
All right, I think. Now we should be moving into stuff people probably is more familiar with this channel when it comes to like old titles, right? This is where we start a mini block of retro games, because we have an NES game with Steel Moves, which is a homebrew game by P-Tac. P-Tac is back.
Yeah, again, like I was kind of looking at this Steel Moons. I was like, what is this? So again, curious to see what this game is all about. This is the good ending, so I guess there's just gonna kind of play the game, and we're gonna get a good ending. So anyone who needs some feel good, will be ready for that.
And this is the fun part. P-Tag and JKL, they tend to bring us all these like homebrew games, and I feel like it's fun to watch these games being out there as well. More homebrew to the people. Alright, I did mention there's gonna be a few older titles, so let's just move on, because next runner is a returning Neo 2000 gaming with Wizard and Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't know who Neo is at this point, then where have you been? Like, he's always around in the community. So yeah, here back again for the marathon, playing Wizards and Warriors. Again, something I haven't seen much of, so looking forward to this one as well.
Neo did Wizard Warriors for the Christmas marathon, but I was like, you know what? Because there's one thing that he signed up with that was like, you know what? You know what's better than one Wizard Warrior games is? You bring Iron Sword, Wizard and Warriors 2 to the marathon as well with Neo. I was like, you can't have one of the titles in the marathon. You need both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, good shout on that one, honestly. Like, yeah, why not? Why not bring both games, complete the series? It could kind of be like the little Wizard and Warriors section there as well, apart from the retro and NES sections. So, yeah, shout outs.
Yeah, big up Neo. He will return later, I can already tell you that much, but we will get there. After Neo, we have a new runner, Sira Song with Just for NES.
Yeah, again, just which one's is 100,000 points? So
Yep.
it's something we don't see very often in speedrunning, where you kind of have to get 100,000 points. So usually it's kind of get to a certain goal or get to the end or get all the items. So to get 100,000 points, it will be interesting to see what it's all about.
And to continue the train, because Sirius didn't only submit one game, and I was like, you know what? It's so rare that we get new runners into marathons. So you know what? We're gonna continue with the NES title with River City Ransom with Sirius Song as well.
Yeah, absolutely. This is kind of the serious song section. So we always have like these little blocks, don't we, in there? So yeah, River City Ransom again. I don't really know much about the game. Something about getting to the game fast. Again, should be interesting.
Do you know what's better than one River City Ransom game, by the way?
What is that, Nelson?
You take the Game Boy version and put it right after the Game Boy Advance version with River City Ransom EX with Sirius Song with 80% Woozy, which Woozy is one of the characters, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's one of the characters. Yeah, I mean that's just so cool. Like we had the Wizards and what was it, ever it was called, Wizard and Warriors a little bit earlier. We're now doing the same thing with River City Ransom. So yeah, you're gonna get 3 back-to-back games from Sirius Song.
And it's fun to see all these titles getting out there, because it's games I haven't seen that often, or in marathons in general. Moving on for Sirius Song's amazing block, we have... wait, let me see. Do I remember the schedule? I should know which next run is, but I don't. It is Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer with Lena Kitty and M. Foxy.
Yeah, I've actually never seen a randomizer of Kingdom Hearts 2. So this is going to be quite a fun one. Critical mode co-op proof hunt. Not quite sure what that means, but I'm sure either way it's going to be good.
Yeah, and just put it out there as well. Lena Kitty and Foxy, they're partners as well. So it's always fun to see partners teaming up in a co-op for a marathon. So shout out to both of them. Kingdom Hearts 2, we had one during... I don't know if that was a randomizer. It might have been a randomizer. But we had one with Staratar and Mr. Missov during the winter marathon. But we did have Kingdom Hearts. But I was like, you know what? Kingdom Hearts is kind of popular, you know?
It is.
And it was the exact same category as well. Because Staratar is in chat as well. Amazing. Alright, so you might think, that's a 2-hour run. You should go to bed, Alex. No. This is where the fun part starts, right? Because we have another one. Nuke 47, 100% Slide 2, Band of Thieves.
Wow. Like, that's going to be quite a run as well. Like, we had the 9-hour run. This is, what, 7.5 hours? Again, played on PS3. Have you had a PS3 game?
No, we're getting into the new era of NissanTV here with newer consoles.
Yeah, no, that's really, really awesome. So, again, if you've hadn't have enough of games or you can't sleep, you know, we've got you covered.
And also, just want to shout out Nuke as well, because, I mean, it takes a madman and a brave man to do a run for 7.5 hours. But also the fact that Nuke was part of Dylan J. Fox's Spyro run on commentary during the winter one.
Right.
So you might have already heard him talk, and apparently he was reading poetry during that run. So you might get some poetry time with Nuke during this marathon as well. But Slide 2, this is the first time we actually have Slide 2 in a marathon. Just want to point out there. There's some newer titles here, even though the game is older, but it's still new for this marathon.
Yeah, we count it new for retro gamers. Within 10 years is new.
Alright, after you watched and hopefully just mesmerized by 7.5 hours Slide 2, we start off with stream restart, because we hit the 48-hour mark, pretty much. So we won't hit the 48-hour mark. So here's the thing, Twitch will cut you off if you're live more than 48 hours. So instead of that happening and we start a new run, I'm just gonna restart the computer completely, which will probably, my computer will probably scream, "Thank you, Lord, for restarting me." So we will go offline for 10 minutes-ish. It doesn't take 10 minutes, but I mean, it's probably for the better, so we can start off fresh. And we will not go offline and we will not hit the 48-hour mark going forward during the marathon. So, Obscure, what run is next?
Next run, we have Chuck Rock by Berkman.
Our very own Berkman. You're saying, it is the very own Berkman himself.
The one and only.
With Shock Rock on Sega CD.
Yeah. Again, is that another first for the marathon?
It's definitely the very first Sega CD run. And also Berkman, the long supporter, a big, good old friend of mine, joins the marathon. Exciting. And also, apparently I'm joining on commentary. Just want to say, I don't know much about the game, but just want to point out there.
Ready for some milking banks.
You know what? I need to scroll upwards now. So you guys, can you, Obscure, talk about the runs at the moment, and I'll scroll in our massive schedule here.
What, talk about the next game, or
just talk about all the runs so far. Entertain the people.
Entertain the people. I'll tell them a joke. A weasel walks into a bar. The barman goes, "Oh God, I've never served the weasel before. What would you like to drink?" And he goes, "Pop," goes the weasel. Yeah. The silence is deafening.
Well. Good job. Okay, let's move on.
Next, yeah, I'll show myself out.
Yeah, I think you won some people over, you know, in chat. I can see it scrolling right now. As a dad, I approve that joke. All right, next run. Which one is that, Obscure?
Oh no, I've scrolled up because I was. It is a Mega Man X8 16-bit demake
by Mug Sui. Mug is a new runner, but I just want to say it. Mug interviewed me for their podcast last year, and Mug also submitted this run for ESA as well. So hopefully Mug gets to do that run during ESA as well. But this is a Mega Man X8 16-bit demake, which is, from what I've seen, quite fun to watch. I haven't seen much of the run myself, but it's Mega Man, and it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what Mega Man is. Well, I hope we know what Mega Man is, being a retro channel. But I have no idea what it means by D-Make or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to finding out. And again, like, yeah, you know, if you are looking to kind of further your streaming career and all that stuff, then, you know, NissanTV, good place to sign up. And our fingers are crossed for you, Mog, to get into ESA.
Absolutely. I mean, if we will know by the time the marathon kicks off, and if he got the run in. So maybe this is his practice before the big start, like this big show off on ESA. Exciting times, no matter what. After the 16-beat D-Make, I think we know which run it is, because I put that one in right afterwards, which is Flowers on My Head with Ratchet and Clank, another PS3 run into the marathon. Wow. It's our first time Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you don't get them PS3 for a few years and then they all come at the same time. But you know what? We love it. Ratchet and Clank. I mean, Ratchet and Clank, I feel like it's such a classic of the PS2, PS3 sort of era, and there's been so many games after that. So, I mean, it's something I've played myself on my channel, and it is, I would say, one of my favorite games, definitely on my top 10 list. So I am 100% personally looking forward to this one. It's an any percent, so, you know, we are going to probably play the whole game unless we're going to be doing some crazy glitches. And again, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
And I need to say, Flowers is a new runner for this marathon. I met Flowers through Dylan J. Fox's Discord server and his Twitch channel. I'm pretty sure about that, unless I am tripping, but I don't think I am. Because me and Flowers have been talking in Dylan's chat. So let's just say, sometimes when you bring people together, cool communities, you get all these cool people as well. And I'm looking forward to watch Flowers do their run. I watched them practice this morning, actually, so it's gonna be fun to watch them in action as well. Next run after Ratchet and Clank, I think, since this is Saturday, right? This should bring us into the massive retro block, right? Or is this a Friday?
So, yeah.
No, this is no, this is Saturday, right?
No, we've got a bunch of NES coming up.
Yep. We got Nightshade on the NES with Physics. Physics, I actually met through speedrun.com just like a week ago. They DM'd me and was like, how does this marathon work? And then I did hear from Physics for like 2 or 3 more days. And the Physics was like, you know what, I want to do this as well. And we got Nightshade in on our schedule. This is the first time I've ever seen Nightshade. I don't know what Nightshade is. So this is going to be interesting from my side as well to watch a new NES game. Or new NES game, if you can say it like that.
Yeah, I mean, is there such thing as a new NES game these days? Might be a little bit out of time for that one, but no, definitely a new one on the marathon. Again, I'm kind of the same as you. I believe it's kind of like a adventure fighting hybrid sort of game. So yeah, I mean, again, just getting these runs are coming in from everywhere. Again, you know, we're all here to support each other. It's nice to see so many communities kind of coming together here. So, you know, Physics, welcome to you, and I'm looking forward to your run.
I just want to point out as well when it comes to Physics as well. Physics is actually the world record holder of this game. So I just want to be like, this nice. Physics knows what they're doing with the Nightshade, so it's gonna be epic to see it. Well, you know what? It's always the Saturdays. It tends to be like the retro days on this marathon. So you know what? When you start off with one NES game, you know what's coming, right? We got Metal Gear on the NES with Nintendo Natalie. Nintendo Natalie returns, but with a whole different game.
Yeah, I think she done Home Alone or Home Alone 2 last time, I think. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Metal Gear Solid, kind of a notorious one for NES. Always good to see Nintendo Natalie come and join us in these marathons as well. Just such a great speedrunner herself. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, like just seeing like newer titles, even like newer titles. It's still NES, but like games we haven't had part of the marathon. And that means we're leading into the next run as well, which is also NES, big surprise. But we have Dr. Mario with Dawn Venier.
Yeah, Dr. Mario. I mean, hopefully people should know what that game is. It's kind of those Tetris-esque kind of games, but with pills. And you're Dr. Mario. So I think the category is level 0 to level 20. Yep. So again, you know, like it's like one of those really simple games like Tetris and Dr. Mario, but there's so much complexity when you actually get to play the game and learn the games. So it should be a really, really good one. And shout outs to Dawn Venture. Those of you who are part of the randomizer should be quite a familiar name.
Yeah, and this is the first time as well with Dawn being participating in the marathon. And Dawn
That's
was
awesome.
So it's cool to also, just like you mentioned, like with the randomizer community as well, like we get them in, but with different games as well. Like we get all these communities and sub-communities, and we all meet up and we show other games that we can actually play something else than randomizer. So I'm actually very excited to see that run. But you know what? Speaking of randomizer, I think the next run is also we all also know from randomizer community, because we got Bedwa Blackburn with Friday the 13th.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's glad to see people kind of joining and showing off other stuff that they can do as well. And Friday the 13th is kind of one of those notorious games, I think, kind of made popular-ish by a certain angry gamer that we will not name. So again, like my kind of introduction to that game is through that person. So to actually see it played properly, because quite a lot of these games are actually not as bad as they make out it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it played well as well.
Yeah, Bedwa has been running this game for a while, from my understanding, and also Bedwa first time participating in NissanTV, and also Friday the 13th is the first time we see that in the marathon as well.
Yeah.
So again, your title, even though it's not a new game. However, we have a returning runner. It's that guy again. Fuck.
Not this guy.
Oh god, not this guy.
He's always here. He's like part of the furniture.
Oh god. Should we just rip the bandage off?
Yes, let's do it.
We have Pizza Pop with Junkyard Dave.
Junkyard Dave. He needs absolutely no introduction. Yeah. He's been, I mean, in honesty with him, like he's always been around, and you know, just the stuff that he plays, it's just always a blast with Junkyard Dave. Like he I don't know how he does it, but just everything is just so entertaining to when you're watching him, and such a cool guy as well. Pizza Pop, the game itself, again, don't know too much about it. I kind of sounds quite similar to Paperboy, where I think you're kind of on a bicycle.
You're not on a bicycle here, at least. So.
Yeah, so but yeah, again, learning these new games that I've never really seen before.
You know what? You can't have Dave with just one game in a marathon. You know what's leading up to. It's more Junker Dave. And it's one of his favorite games because it's been like in every marathon I've had. I tried to get it replaced, but he somehow managed to get it in. It's Buck Your Hair with Junker Dave.
Yeah, it's like Speed. What's it called? AGDQ and the Super Metroid and Save the Animals, Kill the Animals. NissanTV always has Junkyard Dave with Bucky O'Hare, I feel like. So again, I think played it before last marathon.
I'm not sure if it was last marathon, but it's been like it's always been there at least. Everything is a blur, so.
It is, especially when it comes to the Junkyard Dave blocks, because so many. I don't know how he knows so many games, but again, it was good fun last time. I do remember watching it, just don't remember when I watched it, but I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
And what's better than 2 runs with Dave? It's a third one, and it is actually a SNES game. It's Tetris Attack with Junkyard Dave.
I did not know Junkyard Dave. Clearly, he's finding out about these newer consoles now. It's new revolutionary SNES. Tetris. Tetris. I mean, his mind's going to be blown by like the PC games and everything. PS3. Yeah, but Tetris Attack, I mean, Tetris is Tetris. Like, there's so many variations of Tetris hard mode. So that's going to be quite fun to watch. Again, very, very technical to actually play. Looks more simple than it actually is. It should be good.
You know what? What's always funny with these marathons is always a Saturday, because God knows why, but there's another Younger Day run. But it's a banger. It's Turtles in Time. Just point out, there's Turtles in Time on hard mode. Just saying, it's Turtles in Time, one of the most classic games on the NES, SNES.
We love Turtles here. But yeah, I mean, it's. I remember playing this like on the SNES, like the beat 'em up. It's just so much fun to play, like casually. It's fun to see it in a speed run, but yeah, just I can't say enough good things about the game. It's again one of these games that I'd say is a top 10 on the SNES.
I think that was everything from Dave, right? Or is there one more run? I'm not sure.
I think we're done with.
Are we done with Dave? There's no more Dave, right?
If you survive the Dave block, then you're doing well.
I mean, to be fair, to be a Dave block, it's pretty short for being Dave, because the last few marathons has been even more runs when it's Dave, so it's pretty small. Pretty small for Dave. Yeah, never mind.
Absolutely.
We have completed the Dave block, and now you can say the title of this game. Obscure.
Oh, why are you giving me the difficult ones?
Because I'm dyslexic, okay?
Yeah. Gekusu Sentai Karenja, I think. Sorry.
But it's Bedwai again.
Oh, is this the Power Rangers one?
It is the Power Rangers one.
Yeah, the Super Sentai. Yeah. The Super Sentai. So again, like, because we were talking about this like a few days ago, and you mentioned Power Rangers, and you was like, yes. I was thinking about doing Power Rangers, but I'm really lazy when learning speedruns.
Aren't we all?
I'm so glad that. Yeah. I am so glad that Blackburn is bringing in Super Sentai, because, you know, Power Rangers is, for a lot of us, just such a staple of our childhood. So I am super, super hyped for this run.
Go Power Rangers. They're actually going to get the good ending as well. Just want to point out there. It's not the bad ending. I don't know if there even is a... I guess there is a bad ending since there is a good ending.
Must be, yeah. Either way.
Okay, moving on. We have... Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Oh my god, Link to the Past in my marathons? Who knew? Oh my god, I'm so... What the fuck? We have... Random... This is funny, because it says randomizer. It's Vanilla Preset Completionist. A race between Humbug and Teletar.
Yeah. I mean, Legends of Zelda: Link to the Past randomizer. No idea what that game is.
I don't know what that is even.
Humbug versus Telethar.
I don't know who those are, no.
Never heard of them. We might have to scratch this one off. But yeah, completionist. So I think it's a cross keys completionist mode.
I don't know what it is.
Either way, we are picking up everything. We will be getting all 216 items as fast as we can, and then going to kill Ganon. There is a lot going on, so it should be good fun. Yes, it is a randomizer. Does it feel like a randomizer? Sort of. But we're gonna be loving life, because we're gonna have everything that the game has to offer.
So Tyler Salt said it is the actual vanilla speedrun, but with the quality of life features like quick swap and such.
Nice.
So
yes.
Yeah, you don't need to menu every fucking second like you do in a normal game. Also, I do have to say, Humbug returns, and this is the first time Teletar is part of this marathon, so exciting times.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Okay, so we had a banger of Link to the Past. We're just gonna move on to another banger of a game, because we have Perfect Dark XBLA, Special Agent by Endeavor Gaming, which is also Endeavor. I think came from speedrun.com. That came in like 2 days ago and was like signed up, and I was like, you know what? We need this run in. So I tried to fit it in. It's Perfect Dark, for fuck's sake. It's my marathon. My channel, I can swear how much I want.
Yeah, I remember in school, and everyone used to just be talking about Perfect Dark, Perfect Dark, Perfect Dark. Again, a top 10 game on the Xbox. You know, it's it's going to be a good one. And again, new runners, like, we're so welcome for them to be here. Like, just love that just people are coming to join in, and I hope they're going to enjoy and have fun as well, because that's what this whole marathon is all about. Yes, you know, we've got a lot going on and other things, but ultimately the goal is to have fun. So yeah, welcome to Endeavor Gaming.
Yeah, and when I saw it, like I said earlier, I might be biased towards new runners, new games in general, but I saw the game, smacked it right into the schedule. I was like, there's no way I'm not missing out on Perfect Dark. Because here's a fun fact with Perfect Dark as well. We have had GoldenEye a few times, but we have never had Perfect Dark in a marathon. So I was like, yep, it goes in there. Alright, after we have enjoyed a banger run by Perfect Dark, it is time for Toy Commander with Spacebars. Toy Commander was part of last year's marathon as well. But I was like, you know what? It's Spacebars, it's Toy Commander, it has to be here.
Absolutely. There's some games and some runners, you know, we need to have them back and to see the games again, because they're just that good. I remember it from last time. It was a really, really good run. We all had a lot of fun with it as well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing the return.
And just the fact that we can put in another Dreamcast run in the marathon. Like, we need to represent Dreamcast, for fuck's sake. Like, it's Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Alright, I need to scroll up the marathon. So now you can do another dad joke if you want to.
Oh gosh, now you're putting me on the spot. I don't know if I have any more dad jokes. You'll be very pleased to know.
It's your time to shine, Obscure.
Oh gosh, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll spare everyone from any more dad jokes. Unfortunately, I can't think of any more. I had my one, and it was just kind of like that. That was the moment. It's now gone. But yeah, I mean, the marathon so far, like, you know, I think we're about 3/4 of the way through. Looking up my list, yeah, we're coming up to the. Yeah, I think we've got 18 games left.
Do you want to say the next game? Do you want to do the honors?
I would love to have the honors. So yeah, the next game is Circus Charlie by Lana Kitty.
Yep.
Or Lane
so
Kitty.
We had Circus Charlie in last year's marathon, and I, for some reason, just fell in love with the game because it's a short, cute little game, and I enjoyed it. So I was like, you know what? Lena submitted the game, and it's just like, it's just a fitting game. It's 5 minutes, and you can enjoy a really solid game for the NES. So, with that in mind, here's the cool thing. Just want to point out there. We have old men running old games mini race, and this is actually one of our biggest races we have had. I need to cover the screen right now, so hopefully I don't fuck it up too much. But we have Neo, Yasusa's, Verts, and Lumaga participating in this race. And the fun fact with this race, and this is something I don't know anything, by the way. Apollo Smug, or Apollos, anybody knows. Big speedrunner, organizes Big 20. He's the one that will pick 10 NES games with 10 different goals for these 4 runners. I don't know the runs, I don't know the games, I don't know the goals. They don't know until race day, from what I understand. So, have fun.
Yeah, definitely. Like, when you kind of mentioned that this was going to happen, I think I fell off my chair with excitement. Like, it's, yeah, if I think for the marathon, like, all the games are fantastic, but if you had to pick one run to come and watch, I think this is the one for me.
Sorry, I also had to answer a text message.
Oh.
So, old men running old games. I think, based on that, just in general, it's just like 10 random NES games. We don't know what it is. And it's just gonna be... it's gonna be a nightmare for the runners, but I think at the same time, hopefully they will just have as much fun as possible as well.
Yeah, their pain will be our entertainment.
Exactly. And I'm very happy that they... Actually, I don't know, I think me and Neo talked about in Justin's stream. We should make a race like this, and when they said that, I was like, okay, let's make it happen, and then it happened. and we're all like, oh, I got runners, and it's fun to see Bertz and Lumag as well, new runners to the marathon. Joss is also Nia returning. Also a new face in Apollo, because you're gonna hear his voice, because he's gonna keep track who's winning or whatnot. So it's gonna be 1 hour, like an hour and a half of like just pure chaos, and we're just gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna have my cup of tea, and I am going to enjoy the heck out of that one.
And after that, we have the one and only M Rockstar, a dear friend of mine, running Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and this actually, funny enough, the first time we will see Chippendale in this marathon. We haven't had Chippendale at all. Running up like 3 marathons before, we haven't had Chippendale a single time.
Yeah, that's actually a little surprising, because I know there's a lot of people that do run Chippendale, so I'm glad it's finally making an appearance. I mean, I guess, sometimes these things slip the net, but yeah, so really looking forward to this one and seeing its debut in the Nielsen Marathon.
And Emrock returning as well. She made her first appearance last marathon. The Christmas one. She did Super Metroid back then. Also, big congratulations to Emrock for hitting partner here on Twitch. Just happened recently, so big GG's to that as well.
GG's.
Okay, after Chippendale, I think I know what it should be here. But my mind might be slipping here. But it is NBA Jam on the SNES. But here's the catch. Jack VGT, he new runner by the way. He's gonna do it blindfolded, a single game and reach 100 points.
Wow.
Just saying, NBA Jam blindfolded.
Yeah. Do you know what? My hat goes off to them. I mean, we all know NBA Jam. It's kind of a bit of a crazy game on the SNES. But to do it blindfolded and get 100 points, yeah, my hat goes off to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see it happen. I've checked out his run. He submitted a video. He was like, I don't know if I should submit a video of the run, but I'll do it anyway. So I was like, he can definitely do it. He can definitely do it, but it's gonna be fun to see it actually happen as well.
See it live, yeah.
So after NBA Jam, I know what's coming here. It's our very own. He's in chat right now. It is Octopath Traveler with Tyler Salt.
Yeah, so again, a really popular game. I've seen quite a few people play this one, but the thing that makes this one interesting is we are only going to have the female protagonists to complete the game. So it does kind of change the game a little bit from what I've seen. But again, the restrictions of the run, it should be a good one.
Also, it's Tyler Salt's first time participating, but I know Tyler Salt very well from the Link to the Past randomizer community. And Tyler Salt is one of my favorite people out there as well. So it's going to be fun to see Tyler Salt participating. And like you said, Octopath Traveler, first time we will have seen this game in a marathon setting, on my channel at least. So that's another it's actually one of the newer titles as well.
Yeah. And is this your first Switch game on the marathon?
Yes. Yes, it is actually, yeah. See, we're getting the modern systems now.
We really are, yeah.
Crazy. So, you might think here as well, again, we're hitting that point. Alex, go to bed. I know Tyler Salt will say it like that. Alex, go to bed. We have a returning Nuke 47 pulling an all-nighter again with the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
Yeah, we love that you're crazy to go again for an all-nighter, but we love it so much. The Crash Bandicoot trilogy. I mean, Crash Bandicoot, I really don't need to talk much about it because everyone should know about it, how fantastic it is. I've played Crash Bandicoot 2 on my stream a little while ago. The game is bloody hard.
Oh yeah, I've seen you play the first one.
Yeah. And yeah, so again, the fact that they're going to be speedrunning all 3 games during a night, again, I tip my hat.
And also, it's not like it's just like a regular run as well. It's 305%, so you're gonna get legitimately everything from all of the games, like all the percents of like it's hundo. But I think one of the games have like 2 or 3 more percent than the other. Like it's something weird like that. But anyway, it's Crash Bandicoot all-nighter, so when you go to bed or whatever, you will wake up and you probably see Nuke still be playing because...
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think anybody has seen this run happen in a marathon setting
No one's ready for this one. No one's ready.
And I don't think I don't think I'm ready for it. Anyway, this is probably the first time you'll ever see this game in a setting like this in a speedrun marathon. I'm actually nervous to just show what it is, but
yeah,
it is World of Warcraft triple solo bingo with angles. Just imagine how crazy this is. Just take a few seconds, let that sink in. It's World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. I don't know exactly what the rules are going to be, so if we're going to have a certain character or we're going to start with level 1 or whatever it is, I don't know much of World of Warcraft, but I know people have looked at this run, including myself, including Nielsen, and our eyes fell out of our head because we can't believe this is a thing. So it was like, yes, it's in. It's like we don't even need to debate this. Angles, you're a nutcase, but we love you.
I think like the fun part is Angles submitted runs, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, I think this was like early on with submissions. It was looking like a little bit fragile. It looked like, we will have a hard time filling the schedule out. And then Angles from out of nowhere, I can do a World of Warcraft bingo. And I was like, how the fuck are you supposed to even do a bingo of World of Warcraft? He was like, I can do it. Showed me all the bingo cards and whatever you can do. I was like, okay, let me think about this. And then I reached out to Obscure. Because I was like, what do you think about this World of Warcraft? And he was like, he's fucking insane. I think that was... But we couldn't say no to it. Like, we had to take it. Like, this is probably the first and only time we will ever see World of Warcraft in a speedrun marathon setting. So, good luck to you, Eagles. I will definitely be sitting there watching, and probably the first time I'll actually watch World of Warcraft on stream.
Yeah, you'll be watching and be like, what have I put into my marathon?
Alright, let's move on from Angles craziness, because this is such a typical Angles thing to do, to be fair, but I love it. Next up is actually a new face to the marathon. I met this person... I think it was back in December. I did a stream. This person came into the channel. We have Ghosts joining us with Resident Evil Village. New game plus glitchless any percent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the Resident Evil Village in particular, but I mean, the Resident Evil games themselves are a classic, you know. Again, should be a good one. New game plus glitchless as well. So just seeing these games, because they can be quite brutally difficult. So to see these games be played well, like really well, is going to be really, really nice.
Yeah, also Ghost was like, can I submit? Because Ghost is not like technically a speedrunner according to Ghost, and I was like, you know what? You don't need to be the very best speedrunner out there to join a marathon. Like, this is just about having fun. And I'm very happy Ghost took it with them and actually submitted. So now we actually get to see Ghost play Resident Evil Village. And I think I'm joining on commentary for that run, or more like moral support or something like that. Because it can be quite scary, the first marathon, to actually... Because you have to focus on the game and play at the same time, so... yeah. Resident Evil, we actually get a Resident Evil run this marathon as well. We tend to get them, but this is like actually really fun to see. Next run, Obscure, can you take it away? Next run, what is the next run?
So the next run, it's Sin and Punishment, I believe. Yep, Sin and Punishment on by Linkermeister on the N64. So a bit of a platformer. something I've never seen personally, but you know, I've had a look around. It looks pretty cool, pretty intense. A lot of things flying all over the screen, a lot going on. It should be a really, really good one. So if you are into N64 games, it's the length is just under an hour, about 48, 50 minutes. So you should get a fair amount of run for this one. So it'll be a really good run, and by a really good runner as well. I think is this a returning runner as well?
Yeah, Ligameister has been part of like last 2 marathons, and he's also gonna do at least one more run. And it's a Super Junkoid, or however you pronounce that Super Metroid.
Yes.
So Ligameister is definitely welcome back to do more runs, because Ligameister always put in really good runs as well. Last year, if you missed it, he was speedrunning Hello Kitty on the GameCube.
Yes, I remember that. Great.
Alright, next game after that is a Mega Man 1 through 6. And this is a race between the real Flecky and Alicon, 46 Robot Masters.
Yeah, that's insane. It's insane in my head. Like, Mega Man is so technical. Love the games. Don't like to speedrun them. They're so difficult. So huge shout outs to both these runners for running all 6 games on the NES. It's going to be quite a gauntlet.
And this is the fun part as well, like with 46 Robot Masters. You won't see the full game, but you will see every Robot Master, so you will see all of them in all 6 games. And Alicon and Flecky was speedrunning Mega Man 3 during the Winter Marathon, and Alicon won that time around, so maybe Flecky will make a comeback here and take the victory in this one. I have seen Alicon put in some solid practice in Mega Man as of late, so it wouldn't surprise me too much if Alicon wins. So just want to point out there, we're gonna have to put some pressure on Flecky. Okay, do you want to take away the next game?
Yeah, so so the next game is James Pond 2 Codeman Robocod on the Sega Genesis, run by myself, Obscure Lifeform, that guy, versus...
Yeah, versus... Say the name.
Oh, yeah. Opry 99er.
I just want to point out as well that this guy, Obscure, is the world record holder of James Pond. He's very shy about it, but somebody has to say it, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a little bit of a story. So, world record runner holder of James Pond 2 and Alex Kidd, and that's kind of why the opening song was the opening mix from both those games, which Nilsson kindly put together for me to celebrate that fact. But yeah, James Pond 2, so you're basically a fish trying to save the world. Because, in fact, no, you're not trying to save the world, you're trying to save Christmas. So what better game to put in a summer marathon than Save Christmas? Running this with Opry. Basically, Opry was the record holder. I kind of took it off him. And, you know, I thought, you know what? I was running the game anyway. I was like, let me reach out to him, see if he wants to turn it into a race, and we could have some fun that way. And he said yes. So here we go. Let's bring it on.
And also, whenever we had Sega Genesis on the schedule, it's always been a race. So I'm starting to see a trend here. It's Sega brings the races. You're saying. Okay, moving on, because you mentioned some. Do you know what? I just need to double. Okay, do you know what? This is a banger game, by the way. This guy runs Postal 2. Just want to say, Postal 2. If you haven't ever seen a game, play it. It's a banger game. Ollie Murs gonna be joined on commentary by Startar. Startar is also Ollie Murs. I actually started to know him through ESA as well, and Startar is also part of ESA, the whole ESA crew. So I am very happy to be able to say that Ollie Murs, together with Startar, is gonna bring out Postal 2, a banger game.
Yeah, never played it myself, but I've seen it being played, and it's, yeah. Can't say it better than that, Nilsson. It is a banger game.
And just the fact that we can bring all the people, like, you know, ESA, since they're collabing with me, it's just fun to be able to, like, mix it all in, and we get that whole community vibe together. It's really fun to see that whole thing happening as well. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna be in for a treat with Postal 2, because I've seen the run I've seen what Ollie can do in that game. There's a specific meme that StarTar can share if you want to. Certain clip. Bring it on. It's kind of funny. Okay, moving on from Postal 2. I think I know which run it is. And you mentioned something about... You know what? You mentioned something about Christmas earlier. Do you want to mention the title of this game?
Yeah. So again, the super summary game of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer 2025 by the Bearded Horseman.
I mean, you can't go a whole summer without, you know, waiting for Christmas, right?
Exactly. You know, we're getting ready. I mean, it's only going to be 6 months away. So get your Christmas present in now. And Nielsen's TV is here to remind you to do that. But
I don't know much about the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the video game. I know about the story about, you know, Rudolph in that sense. But Bearded Horseman came into my Discord. I had no idea who it was. New runner, by the way. Didn't send me a DM or anything. I was like, okay, Rudolph the Red. I just saw that he joined the Discord and the submission. I had to look it up. Is this a real game or is this person trolling me? Real game, real runner. And I reached out. One of the most friendliest people I've ever talked to through DMs. So I was like, you know what? Why not bring in this Rudolph game on the schedule? And there it is. We have Rudolph with us.
yeah,
Which means...
looking forward to see it.
Which means we don't have any more runs left. Do you want to bring on the next game? Do you want to do the honors?
The next game.
Yep.
So yeah, the next game is Windswept, and returned by Lina Kitty. Can't say the name. Lena Kitty. Sorry, I'm sorry. I had a bit of a moment there. So yes, Windswept by Lena Kitty for the PC. Again, haven't seen much of it myself. But, you know, thank you so much for putting in a second game. I think you're playing...
I think that's like the third game. Or
is it the third?
Third, or wait, maybe it's the...
I know Circus Charlie.
Charlie, Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer.
Oh, okay, yes, forgot about that one.
And now this. I think it might be 2 or 3. 3. Definitely 3,
yeah,
maybe
way.
4. Either way. Windswept,
Yeah.
I've seen Lena run the game. And... it is a fantastic platform. It's kind of new game as well. Like it's a indie developed game. Like Lena is saying right now, it's more like a 90s platformer basically, but in a more modern, way. Absolutely amazing to watch. So it's gonna be fun to watch it in a marathon setting as well. With that in mind, we're gonna move on to the next game, and that next game is no, not this title again.
Oh, not this one. I thought we scrubbed the one earlier.
Yeah, we have a race actually. We have Link to the Past again, another race. We have a race. This time it's the actual randomizer. It's a pilot spoiler race between Gem and Clearmouse versus Humbug and Sawyer. Do you want to explain what pilot spoiler is?
Yeah, so ironically, our first race is going to be collect all the items. This one is going to be collect as few items as possible to complete the game. So a spoiler race, essentially, we know where the items is. Or well, you have a spoiler, you have a runner, and the spoiler knows where all the items are. So they will be guiding the runner to only pick up required items, maybe a few safeties along the way, and complete the game as quick as possible. So yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of skip checks and everything, and that's because they know exactly what is in those checks, and don't need to pick them up. So again, I assume it's Gem versus Humbug who are going to be running, and Clearmouse and Sawyer. I mean, Gem and Humbug again need no introductions of just being like absolutely S+, top of the game, top of the randomizers kind of runners, always, you know, in the high brackets of the tournaments. So again, if you enjoy watching randomizer, this is definitely a good one to watch.
It's gonna be a banger. Like I said, Humbug and Gem, probably two of the better names out there. At least when it's got spoiler as well, it's like their home turf. So definitely look out for that one. However, there's more SNES. Actually, this, like I always complain, there's not enough SNES. There's always like in NES, but there's more SNES. Because next race, oh, we actually have a race. It's Super Mario World between Hayfield Bay and Shady Force. No Star World. Um,
Yeah.
Super Mario World. What can you say? It's one of the best games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, who is Mario? But I think this was kind of added in or submitted kind of in the last couple of days before it closed, I believe.
I was so stressed to get it in. I was like, I need to get this
Yeah.
in. I need to get this in. How do I get it in? How do I get it in? Where do I put it? And I was like mixing around. I would start DM people, the DM runners, and be like, how do I do this? Can we switch it around to there? And it worked out in the end.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I've been in a randomizer Super Mario World race with Hayfield and Shady Falls, and they absolutely left me behind. So, you know, very good runners of the game. I don't think play it as much anymore, but, you know, just they are still very, very good and could still smoke me completely in a race. So, I think it's categories they've run in the past. So it should be good. And Super Mario World, just a great game.
So, unfortunately, for the big fans for the Star World, you will not see Star World. So, sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
And we're actually leading from Super Mario World. We're actually leading into something that's still Super Mario World, basically. It's a Kaizu of Beginner Super Mario World Kaizu, which is a showcase. If I remember it correctly, Retro Dave told me something about like 10 different smaller, shorter ones in one go or something like that. Don't quote me on it. I have no idea. I just know that Retro Dave is a fantastic Kaizu runner, and I mean, is it even a speedrun marathon without Kaizu hacks of Super Mario World?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's also becoming a thing of your marathon. I know there was a couple that were run. I think Retro Dave ran Quickie World last time, if I remember.
Pizza Trilogy or whatever it was
Oh,
called.
yes, yeah. That's right. Yeah, Pizza Trilogy. Yes. So, again, you know, the Kaizo just kind of looks insane, even though it's considered beginner. Is it really beginner? Because
I've tried some of the beginner ones. They're not beginner ones. They're not beginner friendly.
Yeah, so yeah, there's still a lot of technical stuff. So while it looks like they're, you know, it's quite easy, they're just jumping on a few Koopa Troopers and everything, you know, there's a lot of technical stuff that kind of goes on as well. So huge shout out to Retro Day for joining. I'm looking forward to seeing some more Kaiser.
And now we're in for like the very last few runs of the marathon. Weirdly enough, the next run after that is Donkey Kong Country 2 by CJ, which CJ returns to the marathon. It's just saying, by the way. But this time around, not participating in a 3-man race. This is actually a solo run with Lena Kitty and Seabass on the commentary. But it's Warpless Donkey Kong Country 2.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Donkey Kong 2. I played the crap out of Donkey Kong 1, love the game. So I love the series. I think it's the one with Dixie? No, Dixie.
Yeah, I think it's Dixie.
Yeah. So I think this is warpless. So you know, just not using any barrels to get around the world. So we will kind of see a lot of levels, as you know, the developers intended, which you know we also enjoy as well. So yeah, just glad to see him coming back. Honestly,
this was also another one that was I think this was the final submission we got. And I was sitting there, okay, I need to get it in. So that was also another one of those I really squeezed in at the very last minute there. So I was very happy I managed to solve that issue. But yeah, very welcome back, CJ. Returning to the marathon is one of our staples of this marathon, I would say. It's been part of basically every marathon except the Christmas marathon. We have Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, aka Zelda 2, randomizer race between Vix Rider and Homewrecker.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda 2, it's a very different game compared to like the original Zeldas. It was still trying to figure out what a Zelda game actually was, but Yeah, just a randomizer of Zelda 2. I know the game can itself be like really, really difficult, even if you know the game quite well. So yeah, it should be a really good one to watch. Honestly, a really fun race. Vix Rider and Home Wrecker, fantastic streamers, fantastic people, and look forward to seeing the shenanigans that go on.
If I remember the results from the previous races, I think Vix is two up on Homewrecker, so maybe Homewrecker can squeeze out his first win here. Otherwise, it's 3-0 Vix Rider. You never know what happens. It's still a 2 randomizer after all. However, Obscure, the last run of the marathon.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what this is going to be? Wait, is there another one? Like, no, this is the last one.
Yeah, this is it. This is
the final one.
Yeah, and I don't want to say save the best till last, but it's definitely one that I have, like, again, with some of the other runs that Nilsson told me about, this is another one that blew my mind. So this is Typing of the Dead Overkill by Toasty Stoked. However, so for those of you who don't know Typing of the Dead, it's a game where zombies come up on screen, it will give you a word, and you have to kind of type the word to kill the zombie. Great. But the category is Twitch chat %. So we are going to be in Twitch chat, talking crap, and making Toasty or type whatever's on screen. My mind was blown. I could not believe this is even a thing. I am so excited for this race. There are so many good ones, but I mean, I played Typing of the Dead when I was younger. I still play it now, but I did not know this is a thing. I can't say any more than that. My mind's still blown.
Here's a fun thing about this run. This run was submitted basically, I would say, one of the very first runs, if not the first run that got submitted. And since I saw that submission, ever since I saw it the first time, I told myself this is the finale of this marathon. There's no other run that will take this place. And I've placed it on the Sunday, or technically the Monday, depending on how you want to look at things. I placed it there and I was like, I'm not moving this run. This is going to be the finale. I was I was that sure about it. I felt like this is a perfect way to end the marathon in a crazy way. And Toasty is another one of the people from ESA that interviewed me for their marathon podcast from ESA. And I know Toasty is a good entertainer. He's really good with words, and it's gonna be a blast. But that is the whole marathon schedule. Toasty closes out the marathon, and it's gonna be a wild freaking ride. Let's just say it like this, because we're not gonna go flying more than for 10 whole minutes during the whole marathon. So I'm just gonna post the marathon in chat. That's the full marathon list right there. So for anybody that's been looking forward to this marathon, I guess technically this is the start of the marathon. Technically, it doesn't start today, but it's the final. Go crazy. You can promote the marathon if you want to. You can start practicing, unless you already done that. It is all revealed, and do whatever you want. We're gonna have a blast in June.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, now we know exactly what runs are going to be taking place. Now we know, who's going to be running. Now is the time that we can get hyped, we can get excited, we can get ready for this, because it's going to be a crazy 3-4 days of these runs. And yeah, just every runner, I commend them. I don't think we've got a single run in there where it was kind of I'm not sure about that one. Every run is just gold.
Yeah, I must say, if I've done the math correctly here, which math is not my main subject, by the way, I might be studying and all that stuff, but I think if the math is mathing here, I think we should be live-ish for like 111 hours in total.
Damn.
We have hit new numbers of submissions. We haven't had this many submissions for any marathon earlier. We have had, in total, we reached 70. The other previous marathon like 45-ish. So it's big. Like the last few weeks was crazy, and trying to keep up with like submissions. And like I said, even if you didn't get. If your run didn't make it, I might still reach out to you because we always need backup runs. So if you want to be a backup runner, feel free. Like, it's not like, oh my god, I'm only good as a backup, but every marathon needs a backup run. And that's the hard part with doing scheduling, having to say no to really good runs as well.
Yep.
I mean, like, look at me. I'm not even part of my own marathon. But either way, like I said, it's gonna be so much fun. PC dominated with SNES and NIS, like it always is. New titles, new people, new runners, new friends, collabing with the ESA again. Just thinking about it, like where we started off, like what is it, like 3 years ago, to where we are now. Yeah. It's an insane it's an insane progress, and it's all thanks to you guys. I can only spread the word as much as I can do, and you guys are the one that makes this marathon even grow bigger than I even thought it would be. So we're all in for a treat, I feel like.
Oh, 100%. I've been ready for this for weeks, for months, but now it's official. There's no going back now. Like I'm so ready. I cannot wait to get round there and get in and have a weekend of intense runs.
The only good part as well is that I can actually sleep now as well during marathons. So I don't need to feel like brain dead for like 4 days. Well, it's gonna be fun, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I don't know what to say. Like, just making the schedule this time around, I feel like making the schedule this time around was probably harder than any other schedule I've done. Even though the previous 3 marathons were like really hard to make a schedule with. Like, making this was probably harder than all of them combined, because we're gonna be online now for basically 4 days. So yeah. It was really hard to make a schedule.
Yeah, definitely. And any questions, anything that you need to clarify, or any issues with the Discord, because there should be a separate channel for the runners and everything, just reach out to Nilsson and he will be able to
Or the moderators in Discord as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you have any questions, feel free to DM. You can also join. You don't need to be part of the Discord, like a runner to be part of the Discord. However, you will be able to see when we go live for the very first day. And what is it, like almost a month now? It was like a month and like 7 days away ish.
Yep. Clock's ticking.
That be around before you know. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say here, because this took almost 2 hours to actually go through. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, but it's good fun. It's good fun. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me along to the reveal. Thank you, I'm sure, on behalf of everybody, for putting this on once again, because no doubt this is going to be just as good, if not better, than the other ones. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Yeah, I guess I can say like this. Massive thank you to everybody that came out here to join the reveal, because this is something we started off doing last year, mostly just to bring some more hype to a marathon, and also it's easier to like spread the word about the marathon as well, because this is like the leading way to the marathon up. Like, we're on the way to WrestleMania, I almost call it, but yeah. Thanks to everybody. I know I missed much in chat because I had to focus on the technology, and this is my life now whenever the marathon kicks off. But It's gonna be fun to see you all there. Any questions? I will be in Discord 24/7. Feels like. Obscure. Like I said earlier, Obscure helps a lot. That's why he's part of the reveal, even though he might not think he does much. But just talking and trying to figure out the freaking schedule. It's always good to talk to somebody else that might not be all sucked into it, especially during the thesis as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining this stupid reveal, I guess.
Yeah, appreciate you all.
Obscure, I will relieve you from your duty if you wanna say a final few words, and
No,
I'll wrap up the shop here.
Sure, but yeah, no, thanks everybody, and I will see you there. Take care, and yeah, take it away, Nielsen.
All right, we're pretty much done here for today. Like I said again, big thank you, and we're heading off. And if you missed anything, you can check out the YouTube when this gets posted. The schedule is in the channel as well. See you guys in a month's time. It's gonna be crazy.